Dip. What's up, guys? Hello and welcome to another video by the Pizza System. I am Drew and I am the host of our system. Today is our first video of the DIDlife section. In this section, we want to give you a raw look into our life and share our experiences with you. Remember that our experiences must not be yours. Our experience or opinion can differ from your experience or opinion. That's totally normal because symptoms and illnesses, disorders can be experienced differently by each individual. Today's topic is switching, which happens a lot today for us. Before you wonder, my speak may be a little strange because I can feel Jake being near and I know that I am switching a lot with him back and forth, so if there's a switch, great. If not, great. And yeah, so let's get right into it. Switching. Okay, switching is a term to describe the change from one alter to another alter. So the alter that is fronting and controlling the body is kind of like going back, and another alter is going to the front and controlling the body. And the moment that they change places, it's called switching. Switching can have different effects for everyone, and each system or alter experiences that differently. So for our system, before there's a switch, we mostly go through some dissociation. This period of time where we are dissociating can be a short one. And then we call it a quick switch because it kind of happens in a matter of some seconds. But also we are so lucky to have some times where we go through a period of dissociation for hours and then switch. And all throughout these hours where we're kind of like, who am I? Being lost in this hole of dissociation. For some of the alters, this well, hello there, I'm back again. For some alters in our system, switching goes along with anxiety. This anxiety can be caused because they don't want to switch, they haven't been out in a while, they weren't able to do what they wanted to do, and they don't feel ready to leave because they really want to do something more. This is one thing that can cause anxiety because they are not able to tell when they're back again, if they will ever be back again, and it can be quite scary. Also, the communication in our system isn't good. My communication is the best within our system, and my communication is far less than good. So I have difficulties telling who's near, who's not, and who's feeling what is part of me, what's not. So that's a different topic, but it can cause anxiety when you feel that you're switching or you feel like you're going to switch and you're not able to tell with whom you're switching. And some of our alters are afraid that maybe the alter who they will switch with will do something which has negative consequences for us as a system, but the alter that was fronting at the moment didn't care about that. So That's why some of our alters have anxiety about switching out and being gone for a while. Also, after switching, we feel a lot of confusion, especially when the period of dissociation before the switching was long. The longer we are confused after we switched. So this confusion is like figuring out, who am I at the moment? Where am I? Who am I with? Am I alone? What am I doing? What was I doing? What do I have to do? All these things, the alter that switched out kind of has to figure out. And when a system has good communication, it's less stressful. When a system is good in communication, sometimes we are able to control who's fronting. It's in therapy, when we are in therapy and with our therapist, and our therapist wants to have some information or stuff others really have struggles to talk about, I am mostly referred to. And when our therapist asks if she can talk to me, I am sometimes able to then front and switch and do that. Doesn't happen all the time, and I'm not always able to do that because the alter who is fronting has to be okay with it. That's kind of the only occasion where we are able to kind of control who we're switching out with. Also, switching can be triggered, so switches can be triggered by negative things that the alter or the system associate with the trauma they went through. This can be noises, can be smells, can be scenes, words, tones, just things that may be associated with the trauma they went through, and this can cause a switch. But also on the other side, there are also positive things that can trigger a switch, not only negative things. Sometimes the favorite music can positively trigger an alter. Sometimes watching a movie, watching TV, watch a favorite series, or seeing something fluffy, and the little is going crazy because they're like, oh my god, that's so fluffy. So switching can be triggered by different things, positively and negatively. Okay, hello. I just switched out. There are some struggles we go through because of switching. Um, um, okay, well, hello again. It's a switchy day today. So, switching struggles we go through. I go through a lot of switching struggles with the girlfriend of some of our alters. We have some really awkward moments where she thinks not another alter is fronting, and I randomly switch and I'm fronting, and then we are kissing, and so this can be kind of awkward. But we're kind of used to that at the moment because it happened a lot. The first time it was the most awkward because I was very confused because I didn't know why she wanted to kiss me. And she was very confused because she didn't know why I didn't want to kiss her. So another struggle is that we don't always realize that we switched out. Drew really marked it out with some highlighter that this especially happens to me. That's because I talk a lot. I talk a lot when I'm fronting, I talk a lot when I'm in the inner world, and most of the time see what's going on. And then, of course, I talk about what's happening. There were times when I thought I was still back in the headspace, back in the inner world, and I just was talking about what's going on. And then suddenly I heard our therapist telling me like, "You're not Joey, are you?" And I was like, "No, I'm not Joey." And she was like, "You're switched, right?" And I was like, "Well, I'm here." And she was like, "Yeah, you're here. You're in therapy." And I was like, "Damn, yeah." I'm sorry, this damn was not from me. I just thought it was so funny. He talks like he's talking like waterfall, like all the time. I mean, I talk a lot too, but not like that much. So when he's in the inner world and talking, and then he's fronting, and someone tells him that he's fronting because he didn't realize it, he's like totally like bamboozled, and he's like, "I am fronting? No way! How can I? Really?" And then he just talks about what was going on at the moment. So that's what switching kind of is for us. What are you experiencing? Do you have different things, or you want to share your stories? Just write it in the comments. Tell us about it, because we live for some switching struggles. Especially I live for Jake's switching problems, because Jake has a lot of switching problems. The switching problems with kissing a girlfriend, the switching problems with not realizing he switched. So, also a little funny story about this video. It took us like whole yesterday and like the last 3 hours just to film this video, because we couldn't, like, we were so dissociated and we're just so switchy that we kind of always were like trying to start filming, then stopped, then started writing notes, then stopped. And so I just hope this video is not like too messy for your brains, because our brains is like, I'm getting the Jake accent again, right? I really love the Jake accent, right? I can speak wonderful in it. Okay, I should tell you bye bye, thanks for watching, and see you guys soon.